Hey everyone, this is going to be my last C# tutorial in the beginner series. Once you're done with this one, you can make your way up to more intermediate and advanced C# coding. So I just want to leave you with something that is a little more advanced than we've been working with, and kind of leave you with a lasting idea of what you can pursue from now on. I'm going to talk about instances and touch more specifically on them, and actually they're known as objects. Really, we should probably talk to them in terms of calling them objects. But I'm also going to touch on fields and what's it called, methods, obviously, and kind of differentiate the two and talk about the difference between those. So basically we have our general class structure here. We've got a car, and then it's got its different methods. I've shown this example before, but what if we needed something more robust? What if we have a character class, but we need to create multiple characters? We can't just create multiple different classes called character 1, character 2, and character 3. I mean, we want to use the same class throughout the entirety of each character. So the way to answer this is to create instances of this class, or objects. So the way you would do that is you would first define that we're creating a character, and then create a new instance of the character class, and name it. In this case, we've given these new characters, these instances of the character class, Lucian, Marcus, and Samuel as their names. And they are known as objects because the term object is what you refer to an instance of a class. There are multiple different instance types when it comes to programming, so it's just better to call it an object when you're referring to specifically classes, because instance can get a bit well, it just sometimes it might not make sense. So anyways, more on the subject of methods and fields. As you know, we can invoke methods within our classes. For instance, for this Marcus character, we can use do attack, sprint, shotgun, rev, chainsaw, and throw grenade. And methods are basically what Marcus does, what this character does. So who is Marcus? What does he look like? How does he act? Well, we can define characteristics of him using fields, which are kind of like properties. As you can see, we have hair color, name, and age here. Now, this is actually an older diagram I created a long time ago. There is one problem with it. Fields are actually variables, essentially, so they don't actually need these parentheses. They're not functions. You don't pass any variables through. So they are just variables. So for instance, here we've got three fields. We've got hair color, name, and age. We can give him like a hair color, for instance, black, or name, well, you know, this speaks for itself, Marcus, and age, you know, something like 34. And fields is basically what Marcus is and what he knows. It could be something like, for instance, his location, or really anything. You can store anything in his fields. It's basically anything that defines him. So that's fields. And here's kind of a little example. We create a public class. By the way, that's also outdated. You wouldn't necessarily call it a public class. That's just ridiculous. And we've got a class called character. We have a new instance of that class known as Marcus. Character Marcus equals new character. And then we give Marcus a name, Marcus. We give his hair color dark brown. And as you can see, I've color-coded it. So the blue is a new class. Red is the object or instance of the character class. And then the green is the field of the Marcus object. So we've got the field of the Marcus object, we've got the object of the character class, and then we've got the character class. So it all works very well to create this kind of a framework, this structure that allows your code to be more advanced and allows it to be more professional. And you can now create your code without it being all jumbled up in one straight flow. It's in blocks, you know, and it's separated and nicely melded together. So I hope you come up with great ideas to propagate these object-oriented experiences and come up with some cool new programs, and I'll see you in the future, hopefully, and definitely pursue more advanced projects. This is Zellgeist signing off.